Hey, what's good, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. I just want you guys to see I did buy junk and garbage. We did a video yesterday with my brother. I posted it today about how much you should spend on Valentine's Day, and I took the approach, you should just wait till the weekend, but I'm not going to give away the video. Go check it out. We just posted it today. Just know I did participate. I spent $5 on some gummies. I've already eaten about half of them. I hope my wife gets home fast. So that's it. A couple housekeeping things here before we get started. We have now we have the ability on our website. Actually, you can open your account directly, go through the risk profile process. Our friends at Folio have helped us set this up so that you can get the first part started. How do you want to invest? If you have a 401k or you want to start a new Roth IRA, you can actually start by giving us an idea of how you want to invest. We'll take it from there and follow up with you so we can get to what we do really well, which is helping you with your personal finances while we manage your retirement investments. So we finally got that done. Check it out, jazzwealth.com/invest now. Wine and Wealth. Got unbelievable feedback from our clients on Wine and Wealth that you want to sit down, have a glass of wine with me over the internet. We'll talk about some things, maybe investing, personal finance that you've never learned before, you've never heard of, things you might not have known you could even do with your finances. And also Nest Egg. We're going to dive deeper into that. We're going to do that in our series called Wine and Wealth. That's for customers only. Feel free to reach out to me if you're interested. Already tons of feedback, so I know you guys are looking forward to it. So am I. We're choosing the venue for that right now. How do we want to broadcast that and make it easy for everybody? So hopefully have some answers on that. And finally, health savings accounts. We've been working so hard. It's hard for a small guy like me, Jazz Wealth, everybody. It's hard for us to offer other products because we want to use the biggest companies that offer them. So we've been wanting to offer our clients health savings accounts, but we want to use the biggest, the baddest company for it. We want to be able to invest the first dollar for you in your health savings account. Well, I have bugged and pestered and pushed and constantly just give. One guy actually quit. I don't think I made him quit, but the guy I was talking to, he quit. Got a new guy. We got it set up now. Within the next hour here, we should be able to open health savings accounts for you. You can transfer those. There's so many cool rules about the health savings accounts. So much we can help there with that. Just know we chose the largest guy in the room, man. So giving you the best that we can give you. That's enough of the sales pitchy stuff. Let's head over to the markets. We've got the Dow up today, 256 points. That marks 4 straight days of gains. Now, we talked about the markets kind of settling into this range, and I still think that's going to be the case. I don't think we recover all of this. That's the bad news. Hopefully we do. You know, it doesn't really matter to me, but I don't think we just keep rocketing higher. So just be on alert that this sort of 4-day streak will likely come to an end and will balance somewhere between these recent highs and lows. That's the Dow for the day. The S&P actually gained 35 on the day, also 4 straight days up, but the excitement today was over in the Nasdaq space, the FANG stocks. And I want to just say something for a second. So I was thinking the other day of how investors chase like the hottest trends and whatever. And do you remember pot stocks, right? Just to give you an idea of how the media and everybody gets you excited about one thing after the other. Going back even just a couple years now, it was pot stocks. Everybody and their mother wanted to be in pot stocks. You don't hear that anymore, do you? Then it was the FANG stocks. There might have been something in between, but it was FANG stocks. Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, and they counted, what was the other one? Amazon and Apple. They were putting Apple in their FANG stocks. So that was all the rage, and everybody had to have a part of that. Now what? Bitcoin. Everybody's got to be involved in Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Warren Buffett's just sitting back laughing at everybody because he knows what's tried and true. All the financial advisors, we know what's tried and true. We look silly because we're not chasing all of this excitement, but in the long run, we're getting you what you need. So the reason I bring that up is FANG stocks were popular again, and they were talking about it all over TV. Facebook up 3.6% today. Apple hit another 1.8%. That's a great streak, actually, for Apple. Amazon, look at them. They're all moving together. This isn't because of some news. It's not because all of them happen to report some good news on the same day. It's because people want the FANG stocks again. They're like, where do I go? I don't have pot stocks anymore. The media is not talking about Bitcoin. Well, I guess I'll go back to, this. So FANG stocks did really, really well. Another space that did well today, your banking stocks. Your banking stocks, remember, where the market goes depends on banking stocks and semiconductor stocks, or we just say tech sometimes. So financial stocks very strong today because of Goldman Sachs. That was one of your leaders. Now, Goldman Sachs needs no explanation. You know what Goldman Sachs does. But here's what's interesting. I read an article about one of the releases that they said. They said that during the meltdown last week, that whole market collapse and everything, the retail buyers were selling. And they were fine. They could keep up with that order flow, no problem. But what they noticed, and they admitted to today, was their corporate clients, right? The public companies that they manage and everything, the corporate clients were flooding them with buy orders, 4.5 times the average number of buy orders that corporations put to Goldman Sachs. What does that mean? Is that something? Well, here's how it works. Companies are in the process of buying back their stock. And of course, just like anybody else, we don't want to buy stock when it's trading all at all-time highs. We want to buy on dips, right? So when the markets fall, my retirement clients get excited because we get to buy at a discount. Well, so do corporations. Corporations are in the process of buying back their stock. If they're making more money or they're able to borrow it at really deep discounts and they can buy back shares of their company, the sneaky part about this is when they report their earnings, all of a sudden the earnings per share seem much higher because they own more of the shares. So the shares that are out there in the public relative to their earnings, all of a sudden that ratio goes up. So here's what you're going to see going forward. It's not really a trick. It's just kind of how the game's played. As these companies, 4 times more, the average, Goldman Sachs says they couldn't keep up with the number of corporate buyers. As they bought all those shares, that means those are less available public shares. Now, when the company goes in the next quarter and they start to report their earnings per share, all of a sudden it's going to seem like they're doing really well. Maybe they were going to make $1 per share and now they make $1.65 or something. And the general public is going to fall for that and go, whoa, that company's doing so well, I should invest in it. When in reality, those corporations took advantage of the market decline to buy more of their shares back at a discount. So it's a little bit of a game. Don't fall for that. I'll keep you posted as it happens. I can promise you it's going to happen. So we'll talk about earnings of a lot of these companies, and I'll share with you how that worked, how they essentially rigged the system, but in a legal way. I'm not trying to say there's any sort of illegal games going on there. I thought I'd include Baidu in the mix today. Baidu, strong day today. They reported earnings. I see some of you leaving comments that you follow these Chinese stocks. Baidu has been under pressure because people think that Alibaba is going to start stealing some of their thunder, and I think they already have from what little effort I've put into it. But they released their earnings revenue much better than expected, and so for the day at least, investors go, hey, maybe Baidu's still competitive. Alibaba's not going to dominate the globe after all. So that stock was up today. I did not check Alibaba. Alibaba also up 4% today. Very strong day for that one. Lastly, I'll take you over to Chipotle. Here's the bad news, guys. Well, let's start with the good news. The stock was higher by 15%. Best day in 4 years. I went back. I could not find a better day as far back as I was willing to look. So at least in the last 4 years, maybe even further. It was its best single day move. 15.35%. Look, the bad news is they didn't hire me. I applied to actually be the CEO of Chipotle. I found the headhunter group that they were using. I actually pestered the devil out of those people to get my little video interview in front of them. I'm not even sure they looked, to be honest. Nobody called me back. There was nothing. But I thought, hey, I'll be the CEO of Chipotle, whatever. They chose a guy. And here's what's funny. They chose the new CEO. What company do you think they took the CEO from? If you had to guess, other food restaurants, do you think it'd be like Panda Express, Five Guys, McDonald's? What would you think? Actually, they did nothing different. So for me, today was a good day for Chipotle, but this changes absolutely nothing about the business. They stole the CEO from Taco Bell. And so to me, that's like they spent no effort. They said, well, we need a guy, what other company out there makes tacos? Oh, let's go steal that guy. Totally different thing. In my opinion, you're dragging down the brand. Taco Bell is not in the same category as Chipotle. I think it's so unfortunate that they decided that. But for the moment, investors are like, well, anybody's better than what they've been doing. So the stock was up 15%. Let me take you around to some other stuff. If you're still watching, oil, unbelievable rebound today in oil, 2.5%. We've been talking about this slide in oil and the technical support that people like to use right here. It has been unable to really get past that. Today really set that apart. or at least got that thing started. So oil, one of your big movers again. Metals and mining, we've been talking about that. Is there some sort of money flowing into the metals and mining? We mentioned that the last couple days. Today, everybody else seems to have watched our videos, and another 4% for metals and mining. My opinion here from this point is, if you're looking at this, you're considering an investment. Of course, I don't have a recommendation. I don't think you chase it at this point, though. That's a great move. From low to high, what are we talking here? From low to high, over 11%. Not the time you dive into something. I would expect this to sort of settle down here in the short term. Anything related to oil exploration companies, oil service providers, you name it, all did well today. And I'll go lastly to the price of gold. Big shot up here in gold, back to the highs. So you're obviously the metals and mining sector doing well. Gold ETFs, gold mining ETFs, anything that you're invested in there. Commodities type ETFs, we do a lot of that here at Jazz Wealth. At least at the moment we have those ETFs. Are the cops here? What you got? We got fire trucks stopping by here. I hope everything's okay. So anyways, commodities, anything commodity related doing really, really well. On the downside, as far as your sectors, your parts of the market not doing too well, is going to be volatility. I'll put it up on the screen there. Volatility, obviously with the markets having this great streak, it finally cracked and started to kind of head back towards normal. So that's it. I don't have anything else to offer you other than to say check out these two videos above. We did a fun video with my brother. I'll put it here so you can actually watch that. Great time. The market's obviously doing really well. Happy Valentine's Day. I wish you the best. If I can help you in any way, jazzwealth.com. We'll talk to you soon.